Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Battle of the Planets, or the Battle of the Little G Gods, Day 20. And I've been warning about the period that will be right here around August 24th, or just after, for about 7 weeks now. And this period is going to be stacked with what one might call, for lack of a better phrase, evil energy. And so Eris represents strife and discord, and right now we have maximum imbalance on Earth amongst the people. And so I ask you to be ready, and I ask you to pray for the protection of all people. Now, using a metaphor, it seems like it is going to be a battle between Elon Musk and his buddies using snake jazz to try and lure the hurricanes to wherever they want it, versus Space Force. And with, the head of Space Force being our commander-in-chief so obsessed with doing anything he can to win the election, the next few weeks are going to be tumultuous. And it does seem like the more Americans that die from COVID or wildfires break out, the richer Elon Musk gets. And he even tweeted he didn't approve of the unemployment benefit extensions. And I got to remind people, that dude is from Africa. So he's not always looking out for America's best interests. And so we are now looking at the possibility of a major hurricane hitting one of the best cities in the United States of America, Texas, in about 102 hours. The GFS has it at 9:59, going straight into the city. The GFS parallel has it at a 9:80, going to the area between Texas and Louisiana. The GEM has it at about hurricane category 1 strength, headed to Louisiana, Alabama, and Mississippi, and we're talking about Hurricane Laura. The NAVGEM has it going into the Panhandle at about a tropical storm strength. The ICON has it at 9:57, which would be about major hurricane strength, going into the Texas-Louisiana border. And the Euro locks in with the GFS, having it near major hurricane strength, going up the shipping channel into Houston, and then over all the oil plants and stuff. And so, we're definitely kind of in a war. So I'm asking you to pray for the protection of all people, to fight this thing with your mind, and to get ready for the next 50 days are going to be flipping crazy. I mean, we have botched our 7 months we had to prepare for the return to school in a pandemic situation. And now we're going to have multiple landfalling hurricanes. We're still looking at the possibility of 2 landfalling hurricanes in a 72-hour span. And so, this is definitely like real life comic book natural disaster stuff in action. And so, be prepared for a worst case scenario, especially if you are one of my fellow Texans and in Houston, because it definitely feels like there are big battles happening in the ether. And so at this point, there are still going to be probably changes over the next 100 hours. And we still have Hurricane Marco to deal with first, which is projected to go into Louisiana at around a category 1, category 2 hurricane strength. And then we have Laura. And Laura is the one that pretty much everyone is agreeing could be a big problem. And yes, as I've said, due to the fact that it is 2020, the waters in the Gulf are super hot, and there may be minimal wind shear. We could see a major hurricane or a category 5 status. And yeah, there are probably people out there who would steer hurricanes for their financial benefit if they could. And yeah, there are definitely people out there who have been gaslighting everyone this whole year, while those of us have pushed for peace, prosperity, and teamwork. Because teamwork makes the dream work, and it is teamwork that has kept civilization advancing forward over the last several thousand years. But, the battle of 2020 for the future is the most epic battle we've ever been in our whole lives. And I do believe that God is great, and me personally, Jesus Christ, protects me, and the Holy Spirit is everywhere. And that though I think between now and March 2021, it's going to be major changes and lots of disasters, I think we will make it through it together to a better world. And that peace will reign and teamwork shall return again. But please be prepared. Like, you have the Euro and the GFS locking on to a major hurricane hitting one of the biggest cities in the United States of America. So I will do what I can to keep y'all informed and fight this thing on a magic plane, an ether plane, an astral plane, with prayer, and all I got, dude. Because we've definitely had enough death and disaster during this time. And no one really knows why Elon has put up 1,000 satellites in the last year. But I do know he wasn't born in the USA. And I do know his information's been pretty bad. So I'm not saying that Elon Musk is some supervillain who's going to do what he can to make money off the corpses of as many Americans as possible in 2020. But I am saying that it's good to say, like, hey, like, pretend like you've got some supervillain out there trying to do that. And it is just weird that Elon's messaging has been so bad and his personal wealth has more than doubled in the same time we've had a pandemic. All right? God bless everyone. Stay cool, but please be prepared, and prepare for you, your family, your friends, your pets. And if you do have any friends that need help financially to get ready or get out of harm's way, then if you have some extra scratch, do what you can to help them. All right? I love y'all. Stay cool. We will make it through 2020 together. But play maximum defense with the plague and with the hurricanes and with people around you. Try not to get into any fights. Don't engage in arguments. There's no reason to get in any conflicts now, unless it is like you have no other option. For example, like me now. All right? Stay cool.